We begin tonight with breaking news in Washington, where a fire has been burning for hours at a popular business, visible to folks all around the area, including from the air. Take a look now at 25 News drone footage. We've been watching this smoke billowing from the sky all afternoon. It is still a problem now for firefighters, also visible and catching the attention of IDOT cameras around today. Good Friday evening. I'm Tyler Lopez. My co-anchor, Caitlin Canute, is live at Uftring Chevrolet now in Washington. She joins us from the scene with more on tonight's story. And Caitlin, tough to see so much damage to a well-known local business.
Well, it really is. I mean, this is right here on this main street running through Washington. So many people familiar with this building. And now look behind me. This is what's left of it. And it's not even over yet. Again, as you mentioned, this has been going on for hours. It started about noon today. They believe the fire started in the service area. Now, that's not an official statement from fire officials, but we did learn that from one of the employees here at Uftring who says he was in the building at the time. They believe it started in the service center. Again, you can see some of that damage on the side to the front of the building, to the side of the building. So it happened around noon. They evacuated employees. We do want to stress no one has been hurt, at least to our knowledge. The company did say that they got everyone out okay, safe and sound, both employees and those customers who were here. Take a look at some of the video that we shot earlier, though, today. Again, this just tells you that what you're seeing now is what we were seeing at noon. That gives you the scope of this fire itself, how difficult it has been for crews to put it out. Mayor Gary Manier told me earlier here on the scene that there are some fires on this, or there are tires rather, on the second story of this building, and that's adding fuel to those flames, continuing to burn. So again, they've had departments from all over the area assisting with this, trying to put this out. It's tough for this community, especially after they've been so much, but the mayor is optimistic that as a close-knit community, they will get through this.
I think we learned a lot because of the tornado in 2013 of communities, how they come together and how we protect each other. And this is just an unusual circumstance, you know, when we have to start hauling water in because we've poured water so long. We're getting the water towers getting low, and so we're just bringing water. And I understand they just asked for 15 more trucks.
Yeah, so what the mayor is referring to there, again, the fact that they've had at least 15 plus other departments from the area coming in, bringing water they're using to fight those flames, then they're going back out to get more. It's really been an ongoing issue, an ongoing problem. As for Uftring, they did release a statement earlier today that we wanted to share with you, and you can see here, but basically just summing it up, they really wanted to thank the firefighters who have been here on the ground, risking their lives in this bitter cold, fighting this fire. They also want to thank the public. They said they've got an incredible amount of support from people who have been reaching out to them, keeping in their prayers, offering support. But again, as you come back out here live, so they're still attacking the fire. They've got crews who are attacking it from above. They're bringing in water. We've had fire trucks coming and going all day long. They also have the Red Cross who's here on the scene, along with Salvation Army, handing out hot cocoa, hot coffee, sandwiches to firefighters. So this is indeed a community effort. But again, we don't know the official cause. We don't know the extent of damage. We don't know when they will even potentially get this under control. We're certainly hoping, for the firefighters' sake, that is sometime tonight, Tyler.
No doubt, Caitlin. Are you getting any sense whether or not cars were actually damaged? Any of the product or the key items they try to sell at that store were damaged as well in this fire?
Well, you know, that's an excellent question. I can't speak for the inventory that was in the showroom because that's at the front of the building, if you're familiar with it. And again, we think the majority of the damage is in the back. But you would imagine with all the smoke damage that certainly some were indeed damaged. However, we do know from Uftring officials, they said there were some vehicles that were in bays, that were in the service center. It's unclear what kind of damage they sustained. They wanted to let customers know that they will be reaching out to them, getting in touch with them as soon as they can. They're asking for patience because obviously they're dealing with so much. In fact, I understand that one of the owner's sons was here giving customers who are in the service center rides home, giving employees rides home. So I think they're just kind of scrambling to take care of this as best they can, Tyler.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Caitlin, for that live report. We'll bring you the latest tonight on this fire on 25 News at 10. Of course, we're going to keep you updated by way of our website, week.com as well. But as you can see from Caitlin's face there, extremely cold temperatures making it very difficult tonight for firefighters. Chuck?
No doubt about it. As we get into the nighttime hours here, Tyler, we're looking at the wind chill advisory we've had for the past several nights, still in effect tonight into tomorrow morning. That means that we have wind chill factors, a possibility anywhere from 10 to maybe 25 below zero. Let's take a look at the warned area, or the advised area, I should say. Wind chill advisory until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for those dangerous wind chills. Good news, we have one more bitterly cold day and night, but then The second tier of this forecast has to do with some weekend precipitation. Right now, 4 in Peoria, 2 in the Twin Cities. We're below normal in Lincoln and Pontiac right now. And our wind chill factors, well, they're slipping below 0 as well. And in fact, we'll continue to bottom out those temperatures to about 10 below for the wake-up call in the morning. And we'll drop below 0 here this evening. So it's not good news for those firefighters and responders at the Washington Fire Uftring. Otherwise, our wind chill factor is running anywhere from 10 below to 25 below. That brings us to the weekend, including Sunday. A wintry mix coming our way. I'll break it down, tell you what to expect on Sunday. But warmer temperatures as well. It's a mixed bag coming our way in a couple of minutes. Tyler.
All right, Chuck, developing today, a Chevy Avalanche hit a passenger car on Main Street in East Peoria, sending 2 people to the hospital. You may have noticed this, snarling traffic around noon right by the I-74 bridge. When the Chevy was heading southbound on Main Street, that's when the truck turned left onto I-74 and it hit the car. You can see the result there. The driver and the passenger in the car were not seriously hurt, but the driver of the Chevy was cited. Yesterday, we brought you the story on 2 Kroger stores set to close by the end of this month. Tonight, we break down exactly what this may mean for East Peoria residents, not just in the East Bluff neighborhood, but from city leaders, too. Here's our own Monica Murphy. Monica?
Tyler, what this means is that the food desert in the Peoria area is growing, and city leaders say they're concerned about the lack of high-quality options for residents. This USDA map from 2015 shows food deserts in the city of Peoria. The yellow you see indicates lower income areas where much of the population does not have access to a vehicle, and they live at least a half-mile away from the nearest grocery store.
It's easy to say, oh, they could go over here to get something. No, they can't. No, they can't.
With the Kroger on Harmon Highway and Wisconsin Avenue due to close at the end of January, the only shopping options available are Aldi on University Street and Haddad's in West Peoria. That's about 3 miles in distance.
Think about that. As big as that area is, south of War Memorial, you only have 2 grocery stores.
If you don't have transportation, you might not eat that night. And that's as serious as this situation is.
Peoria 1st District Councilwoman Denise Moore calls these closings a health crisis. And if people can't get to nearby stores, they may go to corner stores
that are providing high-fat, high-calorie foods. The cost of items in those stores is larger.
But Councilwoman Moore says she won't back down. And after a meeting next week with the Limestone Township,
I will hold a meeting after that is done for the people in the community on the south side. I don't have to accept the outcome, though. The community is not going to stand for it.
And neither will Mayor Ardis and city officials, who will be meeting sometime next week, and they hope to at least delay the timetable for the closure so that the council has time to put a plan into place. We're going to update you when we have more information. Tyler?
Yep. Now for a 25 News exclusive. Northwoods Mall in Peoria has a new tenant in the old Macy's location. 25 News has learned exclusively that Chicago area furniture outlet The Room Place has been issued a permit to the upper floor of the former Macy's location in the mall. Northwoods Mall Marketing Director Bob Schertz confirmed that pre-construction work has already begun. The store is expected to open in late spring or early summer of this year after the location sat vacant for more than a year. Local businesses, including the Uftring Auto Group, were expected to attend a meeting today on America's new tax structure. Congressman Darren LaHood joined the East Peoria Chamber of Commerce for a business roundtable in the Clock Tower building today. He believes the tax plan will stimulate growth and jobs. East Peoria's mayor points to the nearby Levy District as an example of how important business growth can be.
Actually, that's trending up, has been trending up, and has been really a big part of our economy that has really kept us out of financial troubles for as long as we've been out. Now we're going to face some difficulties in the future, but because of the levy district, we've been able to sustain many additional costs within the city.
The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is also expected to allow businesses to write off the costs of new equipment and new loan interest. With the fate of the pair at stake, Peoria City Council members are expected to vote Tuesday on a refinancing package for local developer Gary Matthews. 25 News reporter Denise Jackson is here with the latest on that arrangement.
Tyler, Peoria City Manager Patrick Urick says an Arizona company, Yam Capital, has agreed to give Matthews a $38.5 million loan to refinance the Pear Marquette and Courtyard Marriott hotels downtown. Last year, the primary investor began foreclosure proceedings because Matthews has fallen behind on payments. His default includes $7 million owed to the city of Peoria and several other investors. It's a one-year loan that gives him time to get long-term financing or sell the hotel.
They have approved it. There are a number of things that need to be put in place before we could close, and there's agreements. We have some requirements that we would like to see built into making sure that there are consents and subordination agreements from other people that are creditors.
The refinancing plan also creates a special 4% service tax for the hotels, but time is running out. They're trying to wrap up closing before the foreclosure hearing on Thursday. The City Council is supposed to vote on the refinancing plan on Tuesday, and we reached out to developer Gary Matthews, but he has not returned our phone calls. Tyler?
Thanks, Denise. We are 5 days into the new year now and already have 5 overdose deaths in Peoria City and County. That's according to the coroner, Jamie Harwood, who says his office has responded to 5 total cases of suspected overdoses and says this is the highest number in 1 week since the uptick of overdoses last year. Toxicology results won't be available for another week or so. Coming up tomorrow on 25 News, we'll sit down with Jamie Harwood to hear what he has to say about this recent string of deaths. U.S. Senator Dick Durbin is pledging federal support now for fixing problematic water supplies at the Illinois Veterans Home in Quincy, where Legionnaire's disease has claimed 13 lives over the past 3 years. The Illinois Democrats suggest replacing plumbing, where federal health officials found the same Legionella bacteria that was responsible for the deaths 2 years ago.
I renewed the commitment, which we've made before, that Senator Duckworth and I are prepared to help the state of Illinois in any way possible to make the Quincy Veterans Home safer. This should be done quickly. It should be done on a bipartisan basis, and it will continue to be.
Outbreaks of Legionnaire's disease at the Quincy Veterans Home have taken the lives of 13 vets, as we said. The U.S. Government Accountability Office is conducting a review of Department of Veterans Affairs oversight of nursing home care across the country. Coming up next on 25 News, bitter cold temps are on the way, but we could see temperatures in the 40s soon. Chuck will tell us when in the weekend forecast, which is right after this break.
You're watching 25 News at 6 with Tyler Lopez, Caitlin Canute, Chief Meteorologist Chuck Collins, and Jim Matson Sports. 25 News is your home team.
Really can't help but think about the firefighters battling that blaze in Washington. Now it's dark and they're dealing with a cold.
Right, and all the first responders and Salvation Army folks and even the reporters out there and the photographers covering it. So, yeah, it's bitterly cold out there, and it's not going to get any better until maybe on Sunday. Then we have some wintry mix coming our way. So can't win, but we'll begin to warm up, especially next week. Let's go outside and check that wind chill advisory status. That's until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And we're anticipating wind chill factors later on tonight, 15 to 25 below. Haven't really kicked in yet, but they will eventually. So all the powder blue areas are in that advisory through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then temperatures actually start to slowly rise tomorrow night. But this is day 13 of temperatures not reaching 32. We continue to add them up for you. The record is 34 consecutive days back in the mid-70s. And we haven't hit below zero yet, but we will before midnight. So this will make it the 9th out of the last 11 days we've had below zero temperatures. And, of course, we'll do that tomorrow as well. And then we'll ease up on the below zero stuff. But, boy, it could be worse out there. Take, for instance, on this date, 1884, Peoria's low temperature was 27 below zero. That's the all-time record low for Peoria. But not so long ago, back in 1999, you remember that New Year's Eve, New Year's Day blizzard, which gave us 14 inches of snow if you were around here. Well, temperatures bottomed out at 36 below in Congerville a few days later. An all-time state record. It got to 19 below in Peoria that day. Let's go outside to the Civic Center Plaza Cam. There's the time lapse. Looks good out there. The problem, it just doesn't feel like it. And that's what we saw in the time lapse from our downtown cam here today. And let's go to the Peoria Heights cam on the time lapse there, and one more stop. There's the Bloomington cam showing you the cold conditions in the Twin Cities. This is the IDOT Road Watch Camera Network. That's Washington in the background at the Uftring Chevy fire, and you can see all the emergency vehicles and the lights going on and the smoke. 4 right now in Peoria, calm winds and 64% the relative humidity. Area temperatures below zero now in Metamora. Everybody else running anywhere from 0 to about 5. Uptown normal showing us 2 at Central Illinois Regional Airport. North-northwesterly winds at 8 miles an hour. Twin Cities area temperatures below 0 in Lexington. All of us will be below 0 in the next hour or so. Wind chill factors running upwards of 12 below, and we'll continue that trend to increase, or I should say decrease, those wind chills, however you want to look at it. Wind chill advisory tonight, bitterly cold Saturday, warmer with a wintry mix coming away on Sunday. Futurecast wind chills, this is your wake-up call in the morning. We'll be looking at those wind chill factors upwards or downwards of 25 below. Radar and satellite, we don't have anything going on right now. Some mid to high level clouds are trying to come into the area. That's actually a little bit of warm air trying to come our way, but the cold air is eating it up. Now, here's a look at Futurecast. We're quiet and cold tonight and tomorrow. Clouds start in here tomorrow night. Then on the nose of warmer air coming in here, this is about 10 or 11 o'clock on Sunday morning. That represents a wintry mix of snow, freezing rain, and sleet. Then it turns over to some light snow pushing through the area. And then underneath these clouds right here, maybe some freezing drizzle on Sunday night into Monday morning. And we could have some poor travel out there on Sunday afternoon and evening with slick conditions with that freezing rain, sleet, and snow combination. It's not a snow event by any means. We're looking at a half to maybe an inch area wide as we get into some light snow in between all that mix. So we'll continue to keep you posted. But tonight, yeah, we're looking at the 10 below, clear and cold, and then 12 tomorrow, sunny and cold. Clouds increase late in the day. Then we'll go with that wintry mix on Sunday, and then we start drying things out and actually warming it up. We'll be in the mid-30s on Monday and Tuesday as well. Upper 30s on Wednesday, then maybe some rain in the low 30s on Thursday. We just have to get to next week. But, yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on a couple of different things, including cold tonight and that system on Sunday.
It's going to look a lot better, though.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chuck. Next on 25 News, we turn it over to sports. ISU and Bradley getting ready for big weekend games, and we'll preview a big night of games on the high school hardwoods. 25 Sports is next. Hello, Central Illinois. We start tonight with the loss of a legend. Peoria Richwoods became a football giant in the late 1960s under the direction of Tom Peeler. Peeler has passed away in Peoria at the age of 88. Tom Peeler was the Richwoods coach for 20 years, leading the Knights to 7 conference titles, 6 undefeated seasons. His final team, the 1984 Richwoods Knights, brought home this state championship trophy. Peeler also led Canton High to an undefeated season in the 1960s. The Peoria Richwoods practice field is named after Tom Peeler. To basketball, we are very early in the Missouri Valley Conference race, but Sunday's game, Missouri State at Illinois State, is shaping up to be especially big for the Redbirds. Missouri State comes to Redbird Arena with a 3-0 conference record. Coach Dan Muller says this year's Bears remind him a lot of last year's Missouri Valley Conference champion ISU Redbirds.
Well, team-wise, I've said it, Missouri State, I think, is the most talented team in the league with what they bring back and brought in. I think they're similar to what we've been. I think they're going to be super long, fast, and athletic.
A big basketball weekend tips off tonight with great matchups in the Big 12. Remarkably, in the Christmas holiday hoop tournaments, the 5 Bloomington Normal schools won a combined 17-3, with Normal Community and Normal West both winning titles. The Big 12 and Bloomington Normal basketball is loaded.
Intercity basketball is great. I mean, Central Catholic has a great team, and U-High won the Constellation bracket, and West wins Pekin, and Bloomington did great at Pontiac. I mean, it's a great time for Bloomington Normal basketball.
It's unbelievable how good our conference is. I think there's 4 teams ranked in the top 10. 3 of those are in Bloomington Normal, and then Danville, and then
Normal West is at Peoria Richwoods tonight. Danville at Bloomington, a couple of big games. Well, tonight it's also Ladies' Night in the Mid-Illini Conference. Last night on Prep Rally, we took an inside look and listen at Morton Potters basketball.
I really do think we had a solid week of practice. We want to carry that over into tonight. But we want to play up-tempo and make them run up and down with us. This is going to be a consistent. Bring this area. Play like you're in second place. Set the tone defensively with hustle plays. A hustle play could be an extra, a dive on the floor, get the 50-50 balls, box out, rebound aggressively, take a charge tonight. Hey, aggressive right from the get-go. Make one, Cass. Yeah, baby! I like that action, though. Eyes up. Attack it. 2-on-1, 2-on-1. Nice play. T. Hey, good job. Good game. Hey, good job, but I would say, was our energy better or worse the second half? Better. I think they only had 13 points the whole second half, so really great job. Okay, good job. 1, 2, 3.
A longer version on our website right now. Coach Becker and the Potters host East Peoria tonight. Time for a break. Up next, a terrific honor for a Dunlap High coach. That's our Jim Dandy. Stay with 25 News. Don't forget, plenty of boys and girls high school hoops for you coming up tonight at 10. Time now for the Jim Dandy Dunlap Dandy for you. Dunlap won the state track title and state cross country title in 2017. Now Dunlap coach Chris Friedman has been named the USA Track and Field Cross Country Association Coach of the Year for the entire state of Illinois. So the celebrations continue for a great guy right there, Coach Friedman, the State Coach of the Year, our Jim Dandy. Congratulations.
Congratulations to him. Tough to run now, though, that's for sure.
Well, I tell you, we continue to have the temperatures fall here tonight. We'll be below zero for most of us in the next couple of hours. Right now, we're 4 in Peoria, 2 in the Twin Cities, but we're dropping below zero in some locations. And wind chills out there are below zero, 12 below right now in Bloomington normal. And we have that wind chill advisory in effect overnight in the morning. Actual air temperature will run anywhere from 8 to about 12 below for the wake-up call. And the wind chill factor is 15 to 25 below. Milder air temperatures actually rise tomorrow night, and then a wintry mix in the low 30s on Sunday. We'll have another model run to show you tonight at 10.
Busy in the weather office, definitely busy in Washington, too. We'll have the latest on that fire tonight at 10.